What is going on, everybody? So currently we are trying to, let's get these overlays back up any further. I've been poaching around with AI basically. I managed to get some labels going without having to use like Adobe Illustrator or anything like that. They're not perfectly centered, and you can type any size text at the moment, but I'm trying to like tweak it to make it like bigger text over 2 lines maybe. Yeah, done small text, not small text, but like a short, I don't know what you call it, like not many letters to test this one, and then lots of letters, words to test this one. Make sure it didn't do like the same size as this one. And then this one we tried, because the print is not perfect. I feel like this is intentionally lowering the quality because it's not being printed from the official app. Because I know they do that with the RFID tag inside for like if you use different label brand. Because the test label looks better quality. Much more readable on the test label it prints compared to the ones I've done. I tried a regular font and a bold one. So I know the printer can output better text than that. And this one was done with a PNG, this one was a JPEG. But this is the program right here on the screen. I had AI to make. I haven't integrated the other Python script into it yet because I only thought of that a couple of minutes ago. But I should probably try to just integrate the both so it just automatically prints a label, and I haven't got to save a file every time. Maybe it saves it to temp or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just going through some iterations right now, and then I might see if I can get it all in one program. So I haven't got it, because at the moment I've got to use this program, and then let me add another window. Window capture, I guess, right on the bottom of mine. What's it even called? Python P21 print, I think. Okay. Select window. Is it this one? Yes. It is this one. So currently we're having to do a combination of these two programs here. To print the labels. So one is the Python program. Yo, what's going on, Farm Tech? Hey, on my way home back at 15:20. Yeah, that's all good, man. Take your time, there's no rush. I'm just poaching around right now. I decided rather than like using an actual image editing program, I had AI to make me up this little like program here. It does a bunch of stuff. It rotates the image and everything. And I've done 3 test labels with it, different sizes, automatically like fits it into my label and everything, depending on like how many letters and stuff there is. But I'm trying to make some iterations right now to make it larger and over 2 lines maybe. And I feel like the printer is intentionally lowering the quality because it's not getting some information it I think needs to receive from the official app. Because I viewed this exact printer does that with the RFID in the printer rolls. So I feel like they might be doing it on this just because I can see that the text on the actual official test print you get from the printer by pressing the button on the front is sharper than what I have managed to print, unless there's some issue with the way I'm exporting it. And I just had the idea a couple of minutes ago to try to integrate both these programs maybe into one little UI, because that would just be like much easier than having to export my PNG from my little program and then run the command in the Python program separately, because they're both Python, just one's got a GUI. I always call it GUI, but yeah, GUI. So I'm gonna test out the latest iteration that the AI just gave me, because I asked it to make some changes. Let me close that tab because that is my email, and I also have the stream playing, or a stream playing in the background. Okay, turn that off. Wait, is Andy live right now? Damn, it's late for Andy to be streaming. I'm missing this, damn. Let's have a look what the AI is saying. Okay, full working code. Okay, sweet, thank you, AI. What do you have now? Type, see preview instantly, automatically chooses best layout, prevents letters merging, uses full height, label height, outputs sharp print ready images. Wait, it can add a slider, multiple labels, batch mode, remembers last settings, drag and drop text lists. Damn, this AI is going hard. It's just like, yeah, you want to make this better? Okay. Sweet, let's see how well this works, AI. So if we paste that code in there, it's quite a lot of code. It's getting bigger. It was a really show program. All right, let's save this. Let's close this label maker program, and let's find it again. Where's it to? Text to image, I think I called it. Oh, all of it's not showing us because it's hiding behind this window here now. Look at this, guys. Just got an upgrade on this new program. I'd like to take credit for it, but the AI just managed to actually do that, and it worked. I'm really shocked that AI can do something that works. I'm assuming because it's Python, and you can basically just type anything you want to in Python. It doesn't throw up 10 million errors, like compile errors, just like runtime errors. Mode, auto, area bold, update preview, export label. Okay, let's see what options we have. Auto, or we have 1, or we have 2. Oh, it does how many lines. Okay. So font, how many fonts? We have Arial or Arial bold. Ooh. Okay, and we can type here. So. I think we need to get the size of this window right there, maybe. No, never mind that window. It's just squished. Okay, I guess that's something that potentially could be addressed. So it looks, it's just the right ratio, because the code knows our label size and stuff. Update preview here doesn't make a difference. 1. Update preview. Okay. So 1 line there. 2. So with 2 lines. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna now see if we can integrate the other program into this. we can have both of these together, then we've got like our own little like all-in-one printing software for a label maker. Then that's gonna be sweet. Okay, let me grab this. Where's it here? Where's the code to a P21 print? Okay, let's copy that. What's the button called? Export label. Export label button. Okay, let's see. That is one hell of a long prompt I've just given the AI. If it doesn't completely break down, I'll be surprised. But we will see. I've just moved the wrong screen there. Where's that text? Let's just move that there, make it a bit smaller maybe. Guess it doesn't need to be that big. Check that there for a minute. Maybe put these up here. Maybe not put them over deco. Important adjustment. Your printer script expects load image file, but we don't have a file. We have PIL image in memory. So we modify load image slightly to accept an image object. Find this and replace this in your find this in your printer code. Okay, let's give me a whole bunch of code if this actually works. I'll be surprised, but we'll see. Alright, let's copy this, open a notepad, paste this in, save this text. No, yeah, text to image, text to image v 0.2. .py. And all file types, save. Okay, let's try this, see if this actually works. Desktop. Let me adjust this. I've got two of these instances open. So let me close this one. And we will look for, where's it to? Oh, is it showing the new one? Yes, yes it is. It's showing the new one now. So this is a new one. Yo, what's going on, Cartho? How are you doing? We should probably move these so we can actually put that down there and make that smaller. We might not actually need this one anymore, but we will see. And we'll put this here so you can see the label maker. So let's see if this thing actually works. We've got two font options. You guys can't see the drop down menu, okay. So we've got Arial, Arial Bold. And in here we've got Auto, 1 or 2. Here we can type. So this is a test label. The one over one line. Oh, it's not auto update in the thing. Last time we had to update the preview. Okay, so we might have to tweak there. Why no wingdings? Fine, we'll add wingdings. Somebody's gonna have to buy me some more labels if we're printing bloody wingdings. I looked at the labels. The labels are this, like the proprietary ones, at the same price as the bloody label maker cost me. Alright, let's click this print label button to see if it actually works. Please work. The label maker's not on. Tap the label maker was on. I'd hopefully I haven't freaked the program out. Let's try again. Oh, oh yes. We've got our own little label maker program. That is amazing. I can't believe AI actually done something that works. I know. I didn't even have to code anything. This is a test label. That's amazing. Yeah. We had like a version 1 where, because my first idea was just to make a little program using AI to export images and auto-rotate them and auto-size them, depending on, like, auto-size the lettering and the fonts and everything to make sure it always fits on the label. These were the first examples. The test label, so I tried a short word, auto-sized it to that. Tried a long word, it auto-sized it to that for me. But I was thinking, look how small it is. We're not using the height. So I made an adjustment to put it over 2 lines instead. This one's just a bold version of the font. But the letters seem to blur together. The AI did gaslight me a bit though. It told me it was adding an option so I could, unless it's auto space in the letters for me. Yeah, I think it is auto space in the letters for me. It did say it can add an optional slider, I think, and some other features if I want. Because small letters seem to blur a bit more. Let's try this exact text again to see how it comes out. I also had AI to turn the titles into what they're called, title case, like the names. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Print label. It still amazes me when that actually works. But yeah, basically I had the one program. I didn't have the live preview thing in the program originally. And it was rotated the other way and like compact and squished in the last version. But I just exported an image and I still had to use that Python thing that we have down here. So we done as basically, so I was exporting the image then using this program and then still running the Python command then using the other program to print it. So then I decided, what if I just like integrate both of them, because they're both Python, into one. And yeah, so now I haven't got to save. See, save PNG optional. Is Daco plugged in? Daco should be plugged in. I haven't got Lumia stream open or anything, guys. Sorry. 1 second. Let me read chat as well. I got a Dynamo label writer, twin turbo, but can barely use it on Windows 10 because the software of their software. It worked. What did you do? Basically, what we've done is we've used AI and we've made a program. Calm down, Dak. I know you're excited. We've made a program that integrates a version 1 of a program I made, or like another basic program. Let me see if I can open the other one. Where's the version 1? Desktop text to image. This is the first one we made. So let me. It's not like the first one. This is like a couple of iterations, but this is the more basic one. So let me grab a window for this, guys. Add window capture. Don't bother to name it. Select window. I think it's called Label Maker. Yeah. So this is the other version we had. This one here still has auto and stuff. You can update the preview. It's got a preview, so you can type text here. But you can see it's all like squished and stuff. And you click export label, and that allows you to save it as a PNG. And then I had to use this program down here then to export it. But we integrated both the programs now. The one that we're using to print images into this new little software that the AI made. Yeah, that's what you should do, Sloth. If you're having issues with being able to, everything is broken, but your printer. Yeah. But yeah, if you're having issues on Windows trying to use your printer, you should just make some software like we have right here, basically. Because what you call it that we're using, if it's Bluetooth, the program we're using, you could probably somehow get to work with yours. Because it just uses, like, they're not proprietary commands that we're using, because we couldn't use some proprietary commands apparently according to like the GitHub we looked at. So we're using like generic ones. I can't remember what language, some kind of printer language, generic printer language commands to send to the print. And AI modified the code that we're using to be able to accept image data or image something else rather than an actual file. So we don't actually have to save the file, basically, of the image. And we can just export it straight out into the printer now. This software is basically all I need for a label maker. I could add more system fonts and stuff if I wanted, I assume. And AI said it can add some sliders and stuff for me. But, there goes Deco again. But do I really need any sliders or anything else on there? To me, that seems like everything I need. I can like paste titles into there. I wonder if we could add a tick box to auto title case and auto capitalize text, maybe. I wonder if that's possible. Has anybody got any other ideas or any features that might be useful to have into this? Because we can already do like the line spacing, not line spacing, sorry, how many lines it's over and stuff. So that's pretty good. We can actually stick these on. I actually printed this one for a reason, because I need this label. I think these are these ones. Yeah, that's these. So now how sticky these labels are, but we'll see. Let's give that a bit of a wipe to be sure. I'll make sure the label's on well. Yeah, that's lifting. But we'll see. We'll let this stick and cure. Normally it takes about 24 hours for a sticker to cure. Now I actually know what that thing is. I had to look up that on Amazon, I'm not gonna lie, to get the name. I remember it was a PAM amplifier board. So I just typed in like PAM amp and then just looked for the picture that looked like this on Amazon and copied and pasted it. But technically the listing didn't have title case, and it bugs me when not everything is like, this is the title to me. So this needs a capital letter, this needs a capital letter, and this needs a capital letter. So I pasted it into Gemini and was like, make this title case please, and then pasted it in. So let's see if we can add that automatically as a function. A button or a checkbox? Well, that is a button, I think. Let's see if that's possible. Is it possible to add 2 buttons? 1, 2. Okay, so I am now, I should check up if I can do the same thing with my Dynamo printer. So it basically just prints out an image. Is that how it works? Yep, yeah, it just prints out an image. Well, technically, it is printing out an image and it's not printing out an image. Let me have a look what the AI said they needed to change. Because our original code did output an image. Let's have a look what it says. Okay, basically it says your printer script expects load underscore image file.png, but we don't have a file. We have a PIL image in memory, apparently. So it uses the PIL image apparently and not an image file. So the AI just said we just modify load image slightly to accept an image object. So yeah, the AI modified that one thing, so we're using apparently a PIL image in memory, which is an image object. I have no idea what that means, instead of an image like file, like a PNG or JPEG or something, just because it just saves me having to save random images all over my computer. And just outputs them directly. But yeah, it basically outputs an image, because that's what the original Python script does. And then we just got, this is just like a little UI basically that does like a bunch of stuff to handle the size of the label, the spacing, and just some other stuff. PIL sounds like pillow image library for Python. I have no idea what it is. This is a Python script though. Both of them are Python. So it might be. And the script does, I can show you the script. Let me find where it is. So if we open a new window capture, and then we look for Notepad, this is the code. Here, so you might say at the top what libraries we're importing and using. So import Tinker's TK, and then from Tinker import file dialog, TTK, from PIL import image, image draw, image font, image TK, image ops, image enhance, and import serial. And here we can set the DPI. This is our sticker size here, the label size. We could obviously expose these and add them into the UI if we wanted, and an option to change the COM and stuff like that if we do use different size labels. These are our fonts, margins, you know, sort of safe zone away from the edge and stuff, our text wrapping and stuff. Here I assume is where your drawers there. Damns a lot. Image generation then from that I assume. Okay, that's not much, just generate the image from that. And then here is the printer. So it handles the automatic rotation and everything in here. So it's pretty in depth, and then this is just the UI basically here. It's crazy. I wish I could like code this kind of stuff on my own, because yeah, it's just crazy the kind of stuff you can like do. I'm just surprised that like anything that every time I use AI to try to do anything, it like either gaslights me or just throws up a million errors. But I guess Python is a lot more forgiving, or I don't know, I got lucky. But yeah, I don't know how many lines of code that is, but yeah, that handles like everything basically. I don't know if we have to have some stuff pre-installed and set up, or if anybody could just run this, because we do have other stuff like libraries and stuff already set up from when we were using the original Python script. Or if this just works as a standalone. It did say it could make me an exe file. Oh, what's going on back there? Calm down back there. Alright, back up. Chill out. Why are you so hyper? Thank you for the like. I haven't plugged in the other light, the gambling lights, because it's basically the only time they ever light up on the stream. Why is this wire stuck? Why are you stuck? Right there. Oh, there you go. It's like stuck on something. That makes sense. I was wondering, like, how can this lead just suddenly get shorter? So yeah, that's basically the code for the. Why can I not close this window? Why you no delete? Remove. Yes, I want to remove. Okay, there you go. They would need PIL and then TK into library. I'm pretty sure they're not standard with Python. Okay. Did they maybe like auto download them or install them? I have no idea, to be honest. But all I know is this thing is working, and I'm like really, really surprised that anything I done, well, I didn't do it, yeah, I done it. But anything I'm involved in normally does not work first time. It only takes for 6 streams to get something working. So yeah, I'm like super happy at the moment with the fact that we can just put stuff into here and do it basically. I don't know whether to see if we should add some options here to change. Well, because this print deck I think can only take so many label sizes, so we could probably have a drop down and select the predefined label. We need to pip install on them. Okay, I'm not too sure, because it's like it's got a GUI. I'm not too sure what it's doing in the background, to be honest, because it's got a GUI. So it could be doing anything in the background. Who knows? But I much prefer this than having to run it in a... the GUI is TK into... I think, yeah. I don't know how it's pronounced. Okay, that's cool to know. Because that's super handy. I like buttons. Makes my life so much easier. What other labels do we need? We have one label done so far. I guess DF player is that like the proper name for this module. Also, I couldn't start streaming earlier for some reason. I kept getting errors every time I tried to stream, like forbidden and stuff. DF player mini, okay. So if we come up here, DF player mini, print label. Everything I make in Python is terminal. Damn. Yeah, I couldn't do that. It's a struggle for me. Terminal is. Why did that not print? We've run into an issue. I clicked print and it didn't print. Print label. Oh. Why am I still using A3 labels, MS Word and a laser printer? No idea. Maybe because they might work better than this, because this has stopped working all of a sudden. I don't know why. It's been working perfectly, and then all of a sudden now I cannot print a label. Let's exit there. And let's just try reopening it. Okay, no, that's the old version. This version. Oh, what the? That's strange. It's been working perfectly. Your label printer looks quite neat. It's okay. It's really cheap. It's the cheapest one you can get on Amazon. Auto turn off? No, it's still on. The light's on the front. That's why I'm confused. That's strange because it's been working perfectly. Like we printed like labels and everything with it, like these ones, and then we just printed this one with the newest version of the software. Let me try knocking this label printer on and off. My laser print face off label. Ah, damn, that's not good. I think these are, is it PET? or something like that. Have to check, but they're like a plasticky material. And it's thermal. Alright, let's try printing. Please work. Okay, yeah, there you go. I just needed to restart the printer or something, apparently. But yeah, that's pretty cool. They're pretty durable. We could do a durability test if you want to on this. We'll try with a knife. We'll try in the microscope so you guys get a better view. If my microscope wants to knock on, there you go, microscope. Wait for that to knock on. Okay, let's see if we can get some focus on this. The DPI is not amazing on it. The test prints, I think it's being lowered the quality though. I did mention this earlier. By the printer itself, because it's not getting some kind of information it expects to receive from the official software. Because if we compare the sharpness, see the small text here, this is the official test print, and then this is mine. The labels are quite expensive, I think, and it lowers the quality if you use aftermarket labels, but you need to take the RFID sticker off the label, the OEM label, and stick it on your new aftermarket labels, because this label maker I think is like £10 to £15 or something. It's really cheap, and the labels are like £10 basically from what I've seen on Amazon for replacement, and I doubt the one that comes with it has got an amazing amount of labels. But they're our test labels, which you can see the text is not as sharp when we are printing them compared to these ones. And I tried to bold the font and they just blurred together a bit. Good old DRM, yeah. But yeah, they work pretty well. Let's see how durable they are. Well, I've made like a hole in it. I think the ink's not really coming off much. This is a sharp blade as well. See. So yeah, they're pretty good, pretty durable. I remember I had a laser printer. I had to stick black tape over a folder thinking the toner was full. Nice. That's what you need. Yeah, printers these days are so cheeky. They just like expect like subscriptions and everything. But I assume you could just use any kind of thermal ones for this, and then you just have to stick the little label with the RFID into it. I'll double check the price on the printer now. It's a Nelko P21. Come up as £16. Well, I can see on Temu for, I don't know if delivery charges. You might have to double check, but £9.48 on Temu. £2 delivery, but maybe you could bundle it or something. Maybe find it on AliExpress. You know, it's over £8 shipping free or something like that. eBay £9.61 plus £3 delivery. Amazon free delivery £16. I could have sworn I paid a little bit less. There's one on eBay for £13 free delivery, I think. Let's see how much the labels are. Labels. Well, there are labels on Temu for £3.40, but you'd need to put the RFID little thing on you. eBay, I can see 3 rolls of these type labels. I think they're official, I'm not too sure. Let's have a click. They're £10, these ones. Are they actually the Nelko ones? It just says high compatibility, compatible. Yeah, so these are not going to be. They do have a sticker on the side, so maybe they've copied the RFID thing. I'm not too sure. I couldn't guarantee that. Number of items 2, 3 rolls for Nelko. This listing is confusing. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. But I'm pretty sure the OEM ones. Let's have a look on Amazon. Genuine ones, £20 for a 3-pack, I think. But they are the compatible ones, 3 rolls here. They have got a 4.7 rating. So maybe they have copied the RFID, because that's a decent rating, especially for Amazon. £12.62, 180 labels per roll, and that's like £13. I don't know, just seems good. Yeah, maybe they just copied the RFID sticker they put on it or something. I haven't got a clue. But yes, you could just buy like, for like under £30, you could buy these 3 rolls of labels, 180 labels per roll, and the printer. I don't know how well it lasts. Could be fudged, yeah, could be. There's a couple of listings though, for them exact ones, and they've all got like 4.7, who knows. Wonder if you could dump firmware off printer and remove the DRM chip. Probably use it for many years with that tape over too. Nice. I've been offered a refund if we leave a good review. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. There's lots of sketchy stuff like that going on. But if you do decide to get one and you don't want to use the official app, just let me know, because we could I could just hook you up with the this here. What's your plan for today? Some fun repair? I haven't really got much to repair apart from putting some controllers together. Sounds a bit sus ratings. Yeah. Yeah, you never know on Amazon really. But yeah, at the moment I'm just hoping to tweak. Oh, just dropped something. This UI a little bit here, like the little label maker thing that we've made. Label make some things up. Like label things up, so I'm more organized. And I might reassemble 1 or 2 controllers, because we've got the label maker working now, so we can actually check controllers and make sure they're all working and I'm not missing the headphone ports. Or we can remove this other thing. I've texture images of this one. Yeah, no, it's not. Is this one here? Yeah. Remove. Yes. Yeah, these down here. We might have a few of them here, like many of them. We need to figure out what controllers they're going in. 1, 2, 2. There might just be 1 that's unaccounted for, but I'll have to double check. I don't want to like assume something's completed and it's missing the bloody headphone ports. And we also have a lot of motors around here too, like a box of them. But now we've got this label maker thing working, I'm more confident in getting that other one that I want to get. Do you remember, I don't know if you guys were here yesterday, I was looking at that Nimbot, I think, M3 printer. Well, there's another one that's not like branded one. Well, it is a branded one, but it's not like one of them packaged one, you know, with the proprietary apps and parts and stuff and ribbons, etc. It's a bit more expensive, but I was concerned about like the software and stuff. But I guess if we can get this working via that Python script and we can get this like little UI thing, I'm sure we can work it out between us, guys. I do have AI working on a other version of this code right now. Important adjustment, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not going to read any of this AI, sorry, I just need... if you want next level, okay, let's read the bottom bit. It said, uppercase button, print on enter. Oh, print on enter, nice. And you get a clean reprint last, density slider. Paste a list, auto print all labels, auto numbering, barcode and QR support, text scaling based on content type, save presets. I'm good for that. Title, case, is there any other things I wanted to this? I'm happy we just click in print. The print button is fine. Let's see if it can just give me all of the code, so I haven't got to integrate things. That's why I always used to go wrong. I don't know if Python really cares about indentation, but when I was doing verse, I'd paste like stuff in, I'd try to replace sections, and it just underline read everything because something wouldn't be correctly indented. I still haven't got around to ordering a power supply for the new deck either, which I really need to. The tape is like stuck on the front of him now. Yeah, Python does care about indentation. Okay. If you use space / tab, it cares about that. Oh, okay, damn, yeah. I hate that. Oh shit, I just dropped my phone. Or something. What did I drop? That must have been my phone. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there are some programs like that, which is a nightmare. You can't even like, is there like 4 spaces or about a tab or something like that? You have to like tab sometimes, and if you use spaces instead, or you have to use spaces, and yeah, I've had stuff like that before in my like minimal coding experience. But stuff like that always fries my head. Full updated, okay, full updated code, that's what I want to see. Are we sure that's a full updated code? Okay, I'll believe you, we'll see. Paste, save, we want to save this as text to image version 0.3 .py. Py. Alright, where's it to? We can close the other one here and open the newer version. Oh, it's got buttons. Is this showing? Oh, that's not updated on the stream. Even though I've closed the other one. Oh no, wait, it has updated on the stream. I'm just an idiot. Worst thing about coding is looking for syntax errors. My tools to spot the obvious. Yeah, you're not the only one. So let's use Notepad+ to edit the code in it. Calibers have use. Yeah, I normally use VS Code, I think. I used to use Notepad++. I just don't have anything installed on this computer, so I'm using just normal Notepad. But I used to do Notepad++ for, what's it called, XML, because I used to be big in the Saints Row modding community. It's a really good community. Like the devs of the game Volition would actually like help you and everything. They'd be like, because there's a non-official forums, but they were like all on the forum, and they all had like roles and stuff. I don't know, it was strange, but it was really, really good. And you could just make mods for that game, do whatever you wanted. But XML is just like, you know, if you can speak English and type English, you can basically code XML. All the files were in XML, so you could just go in and just figure out, oh, well, this goes to weapons, weapons goes to this file, and this goes to this, and this is where this is structured, because they were all just accessible, all the game files in an XML, basically. So it was pretty easy to figure out. And then when I tried doing Verse for Fortnite, I think you have to use VS Code for that. Any text is better than plain text on my background. Nah, man, Notepad is the best. I don't know what you're on about. Don't be hating on Notepad, okay? The true OG, okay? Only pros can code on not just regular Notepad. Who needs to see errors and, you know, what different things are? I remember back in the day using Notepad. Yeah, I can imagine the struggles. When it highlights different like things, I forgot what the terminology for half of the stuff is. But you know, if you've gone in, does something because this is a certain type, oh, that'll be purple or something. And you've got another something that's something different, and then that'll be pink or yellow. I forget all the terminology. I've done it in Notepad.txt before. Yeah, that's what I'm using right now. But it's fine because AI is doing the coding. And if it gets it wrong, I'll just shout at the AI and be like, why you shit AI? What are you doing, Clanker? Alright, let's find some text to paste into this. Okay, so let's just copy this, copy. Because this one, I think, when I had the AI to do this, it knew that PAM needed to stay in capital letters, so it didn't do that. But this one, I feel like it's going to adjust the PAM. So let's do title case. It did, yeah. Uppercase. Okay. Do we add an exception in? If something is already in capital letters, then ignore that we're making title case. But I don't know. I could manually adjust 2 letters, I guess, but that's not perfect. So I could just go in and just go like this. Windows XP and Notepad. Not long bash scripts. Yeah, I used to do like some basic bash scripts and stuff like that. That was like fun a long time ago. Arial bold. Does anybody have a request for fonts? Any good fonts? I guess we try to print this to see how this now compares to our original one that wasn't the all-in-one software. This was done using the old little program and then exporting an image and then using the command line to the pie print thing. This print label. Wingdings, of course Wingdings. When things just work, it's the best thing ever. Well, that one is, yeah, a million times better. One I can like just about read, but after a while when I kind of like can't figure it out, I'll be like, what's a stereo? Because the last part, the O is slightly like not all printed. Looks a bit like a U. That'd be like, what's a pan? Oh wait, it's PAN, not pan. An amplifier, because the word amplifier is not very clear. But on this one, I can clearly see that it says PAM, an amplifier, because of the letter. I think we do have auto letter spacing enabled in this this later version, so because it was an issue here, so I asked the AI to auto space the letters and stuff as well, so they're not like too close together. Bloat, what is bloat? I'll just bloat it up with extra file, like making something application in Python is pretty easy. That's why I love Python. Text equals X equals, damn, okay. I didn't realize it was that easy. That's pretty cool. And then I'm assuming there's one for title case, is there? I'm just like surprised that we can like easily now just make labels on a computer and print them with no wires. That's the most exciting part, because normally what we do is add wires to things. We take stuff that runs off batteries and we add wires and make our life a pain in the ass. And I've got to buy adapters and like deal with wires like on the duck. But this just like sits here and just prints labels. I very much doubt I have 180 labels on the one that came with it. You guarantee the label roll that came with it inside of it probably has like, I don't know how many, but I reckon it'll run out anytime soon. But for my needs, this is printing sharp enough. We're going to look again at other label printer, not for printing these type of labels, but for doing the compliance labels, void labels, and all of that kind of stuff. A 4-inch label printer. It can do varying sizes of media, I'm pretty sure, just up to 4-inch wide. And it supports ribbons and stuff like that. I'm super happy that we got something working. Like, if it wasn't for you guys in the chat yesterday though, we wouldn't have got this thing working at all. Because like, the amount of time we spent, maybe 4 to 5 hours trying to get this label printer working with the official like apps on both Windows and Android, compared to, it took less time to get that Python script working with like no experience in Python, the help of chat obviously, and having the AI to make this UI program and integrate them all. Took less time than we spent trying to use the official apps to work. It's just ridiculous. That is the only downside about this. But I guarantee if you guys use with another phone, a different version of Android, it'd probably work no problem. It's probably just because I've got a Huawei phone. It is running Android though. And there is a Windows app, and this is Windows, and it says it's Windows 10 supported, so who knows, it should, you know, if it was good software, work with everything that it says it works with. But who knows? Okay, I see lights flashing randomly, but I can't see anybody gambling, and this chat is not updating. But I probably will be, if I do get that label printer, the new one I'm on about for doing compliance labels, maybe do like a label making stream where I show you guys how I would go about recreating a compliance label. So we'll just have to find some compliance labels, some things, peel them off, and I'll have to high-res scan them. I don't print from the high-res scan, I just use the high-res scan, so I know where the stuff goes and the size, and I can just make sure if it fits, if what you were drawing in fits perfectly on top of the scan, then you know it's correct. Basically, your letter spacing, your line spacing, your positioning of your logos and icons, etc. That's what I've done for this one. It's all vector, all of this is. So editable text here, and then just vector icons and then stuff like that. But like you could technically measure everything with the calipers, but I ain't measuring all of the calipers, but I can just scan it with a known size and DPI. You can just get to 100% scale on your screen and just work on top of it, basically. All right, give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna grab another drink and we will start doing some labeling, I guess. And then I might have to check some controllers. I'm gonna start labeling all these random boards and components and stuff we have first though, because they're already confusing me. This one I don't need a label on, because I know these are crocodile clips. But like any little like circuit boards I've got lying around, because we bought some for different projects, like these little things. I'm going to have to look up exactly what they do. I know it's like a power inverter or something like that, but it'd be nice if I wrote what the chip it uses is and the voltage range on a label. So at least when I'm looking, like in a little bit, when I completely forget, I'm like, oh, that does this range, just can I put that voltage, without just like a random like code, like what's the code on here? MP1584, because that would mean nothing to me if I just had that written on a label. You guys probably understand straight away if you've seen it now. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's this, and it does this, but I'm not smart like you guys. So I need to put a label that's like, says what it is, the chip name, and the voltage range or something like that. Need to go to post office before shut, be back later, no problem. I'm quite lucky, I have one of them, what's it called? I was going to say a post box, but it's not a post box. It is like lockers, like a post locker. I've never tried to use them yet, but I'm considering, I think I'd be able to use them for sending eBay items out. I'm pretty sure I can just go online, pay for the postage and stuff, and then select that as like one of the options probably. And I think it gives you a pin, and then I can type in the pin, it'll open the lock, I can put my box in there, I think, and then I think the carrier just picks it up from there. And it's literally 30 seconds from my house. But yeah, I've not tried or figured that stuff out. But if I can, that'd be perfect for me selling some of these controllers on eBay. Yo, what's going on, hot cows? How are you doing? Have you seen our little program? We have an all-in-one program now. Hot cows, look, hot cows. Oh, look, wait, let's make this uppercase. Oh, it's uppercase. Let's make this title case. It's title case. Damn. Want to see what this button does, righty? Print label. Please don't have performance anxiety. Yes, working. Oh, cows. It works excellent. Yeah, we have an all-in-one program now, basically. This program does everything, basically. I can type in here. We've got like some options and stuff if we want over 1 line or if we want over 2 lines. We've only got 2 fonts we can pick from at the moment, like Arial or Arial Bold. We can save it as an image, or we can just print directly. And this is integrated with the Python print code that we were using yesterday. I had AI to make like the little UI thing and the thing where I can like type everything in and all that kind of stuff. And then I thought, oh, maybe we can integrate it, because I had it to like export as images, and I was still going to the command prompt and then using the command prompt for the PyPrint thing. Oh, that go. 4 likes, thank you. When I thought that just seemed stupid because they were both Python scripts, so the AI turned them both into one little Python script, Oh, I did say it could make it into an EXE for me, but I don't know. Do I really need it as an EXE? Because I literally just double click the Python icon, the file, and it opens. And I can type in print. I can also paste stuff into here too. See? And we've got auto line spacing. We've got it on auto at the moment, so it puts it over the two lines. The only other thing I was thinking of adding, I don't know if I will ever use other size labels, but I think this printer supports maybe 1 or 2 types of label sizes. So you could potentially add a drop down so you could select what label size you were using. I don't know if there's anything else we could potentially add, or into the UI. The AI seems to actually be doing a decent job of coding today. Normally it just gives me shit code that doesn't work, and it just gaslights the fuck out of me when I call it out on it. So I was really surprised when it actually worked, like when all of them have worked so far. I haven't had one that hasn't worked today from this. The first iteration we done, they just exported images as a file, and then this all-in-one version, they've all worked like perfectly. I had to restart this label printer once because I was clicking print and nothing happened. But yeah, apart from that, everything's working flawlessly. I haven't had to recharge this printer yet either once. No idea how long the battery lasts on it. I guarantee the cost that they're charging is going to be the smallest lithium battery going. It is really like this printer. And that includes a label just inside the strap and the casing. And it's going to have some kind of circuitry for charging. This is going to be a small battery. I can't imagine how much power this draws. I don't know. Does the thermal part require a lot of power? Because surely thermal heat, so it must be some kind of heating element or something in it. I see on a very small scale. I have no idea, to be honest, how a thermal printer actually works. I know it does thermals and printing. Uses thermals to print. But yeah, that's about as much as I know about that. I think for now this code is probably good enough for what we need to print like our labels. AI did say it could integrate QR and barcode integration and stuff like that, but do I really need QR codes and stuff like that? I guess technically I could host a web server on an ESP and host data sheets on there, and have the QR codes generated, so when I scan it with an app, it brings me up the data sheet for whatever this item is, or something like that. But yeah, I can't be asked to do that. It's not really needed. I have Google. I just Google the data sheet. But that's the kind of like reason why I'd like to be able to code myself though. Because I like have these kind of ideas and like, it'd be nice if this could do this, or we've got a problem to do that. And there's probably one out there, but trying to find it and then getting it working or running on your machine is another thing. Whereas if you can code, you can just make it. You could, but that's probably a while away, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Alright, give me 2 minutes. I'll be back now. Hopefully I don't get carried away with these label makers, just like sticking labels and everything like this. UV curing lamp. It's like really no shit, Sherlock. This one. Toothbrush. Just because I forget it's a toothbrush. Flax. Yeah, I won't be that bad. Hopefully, we'll see. I don't think I have enough labels to go that overboard. But I definitely need to start labeling like just random stuff like this up. We've labeled one of them up. This is a 3-watt stereo PAM8403 mini amplifier module. Sweet. Because I would never know what that is. It'd be like, oh, it's just a green board. So that was the first one I labelled. This one, I don't know if they need labelling. I might label them though, because I might forget what they are. I might label each individual bag. These are ESP32s. Just a 3-piece is Min Duino ID. Because it shows the start and the last and the limited characters. It just says the address and Chinese address on the back. I'd probably remember that they were like ESPs of some kind. I probably wouldn't remember. Oh wait, it does say on the board, Mini D1 ESP32. But I don't know, maybe we still will make a label for that. These ones I got no idea what's in here. Oh, these are these little things, I think. I can't remember the name of them. But yeah, stuff like that, I definitely need to label up. And probably some of my drawers. We might label them up. Because we've got like these drawer things. I got big ones and small ones. Got a couple of them, like 50, 60 of them in front of me. So yeah, maybe we label these as well. I need to get some of those as I wanted a subscriber count thingy. What things do you need to get, sorry? Tree? What did I miss? What do you need to get some of, sorry, Hawkhouse? Them subscriber counter things are pretty cool, like the little displays. Oh, some ESPs. Is that what you're on about? To make like a little display, like an 8-bit display or something with a subscriber counter. Yeah, it's pretty cool. James is working on one. I'm assuming just because he's moved, he's probably preoccupied. But I know he has plans to use a, I forgot what they call it now, them like Russian lights. They use like filaments to make each number. I completely forgot what they're called. But he was going to use an ESP to make a subscriber count for them. It's a dangerous role to have loads of odd trays full of stuff. The more trays, the more stuff. They're in my cart in alley. Nice. Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff in my cart in alley. I was end up saving for later and stuff though. The tubes. Oh, okay, using tubes as well here. Are they like 8-bit LED, or are they the ones that I was just on about that James is on about using? Because they're quite expensive. So if you get like a deal with them already installed in something, it probably works out cheaper. Alright, give me 2 minutes. I will be back now. I guess now we've got a label maker, we've got no reason to be disorganized. Maybe next stream there won't be so much chaos on this desk. I might have 1 or 2 random screws over this side. I was commenting on James. Wasn't that what he wanted to use? Yep, mind you, he has. It's like kind of a decorating, yeah, exactly, yeah. Decorating and figuring out just why his electrics are not working, basically. Because people have decided to just disconnect loads of random stuff in stupid places. Not him, but whoever the previous one as well. So I can't imagine what other random stuff he's going to deal with. Yeah, a lot of hard work ahead of him, but it'll be worth it for him, assuming he's probably moved to a better place or a bigger place. It's going to be a reason for the move, I'd assume. And his new like garage area, I can see the potential, and there's not as much work as Joey's got to put into his. Not a massive amount of work and cost, basically, and he can move all his equipment in. And it'd be a really nice setup. I don't know how bad you can kill an ESP by sent 12 yeah, I done that to one, and yeah, it kills them. Where is ours? We have a dead one around here somewhere. It's got a hole in the chip from doing that. Oh, I can't see it. But yeah, when we done that, I done that on my own off stream. I sent 12 volts down it because I forgot about feedback voltage, or I don't know if it's called feedback, but I didn't think about the voltage going backwards down the lines because I tied the ESP together with the 12 volt supply that was powering an LED, and I didn't have a diode in place on the power going to the ESP or coming out to the ESP. Why I decided to wire that way, it's just being stupid. Yeah, basically, yeah, it made a little like sparky, little magic smoke and a spark and stuff. It stopped working, and it took till we were on stream and we decided to examine it at the microscope that we found that it made a hole in the chip, in the main ESP chip. No holes in mine because it's not burning when I did it out. Might be the chip. Hopefully it's like an SMD component and you can easily like fix it. But yeah, ours is fried, dead, not really worth replacing. I guess technically you could replace the chip, but at the cost of them compared to the cost of the chip and the effort in changing the chip. That's like the main component. See, ours I consider fried, but we bought these ones. The one that we fried I prefer because it's a low and light. I think it has a lot more functionality. I could be wrong, I'm not too sure, I've never used these newer ones. Alright, 2 minutes, we're back now. Yeah, I know bugger all about the ESPs. Yours didn't spark, and that's a shame. Mine sparked, it was super fast, I still remember it, but at least I got some fireworks out of mine before I fried. Sparks are fun. What did I miss? No holes in mine, minus ball, we live and learn. I've sent 6 years volts to a device that needs 9 volts. Oops. But what protection has the speak of such things? I was hoping I just broke something simple. Like I bought a trim pack, yeah. I'm not too sure, I just poke around with a multimeter, plug it into power, and you could probably just see where the power is going to and where it's not going to. Maybe start by checking the pins, see if you get power on any of the pins. If you don't, then work your way backwards maybe. Or you could start on the power input, plug it into USB and trace it outwards from there. I might be able to find a component. Let's go. Got a breakout for now, so no silly pins sticking out to show now. Nice. Yeah, damn pins. That was a nuisance. So what were we labeling up next? We need to figure out what these are, don't we? Oh, it says MP158EN buck converter. So if I try Googling that, see if I can find this. MP158-4EN buck. But what if I write buck properly when a buck converter? Okay, yeah, these are the Dollar Tech ones I got as well. This is the exact ones I've got. Okay, all of this is a lot of information. So maybe I just copy this much. Paste down the title case. I don't need ultra small. I don't want to capitalize. DC. Has to be a way to add exceptions in so it doesn't decapitalize half of this. Uh, 24 volts to oh, okay, now that's an issue. So if I put that much text in, then we get a formatting issue. It doesn't take up the full width. I wonder why that is. I'm going to update mod, update. So let's just try clicking 2 and click print, see how it comes out. See what it actually does overriding, come out over 2 lines. Okay, again, nothing happening. Printer's maybe been inactive for too long, we gotta restart it maybe. Let's give it a go. Okay, let's click print label. Okay, we just need to update the live preview, I guess. That did force it over 2 lines. It powers up okay. Oh, okay. So does it like, is it just not being detected by like the computer or something like that then when you're trying to use it? Is that what the issue you have is? Let's try and stick this label on straight. don't even think that's on straight either, but it'll do. Got two sync label. It's a Bluetooth. This thing is Bluetooth. This printer that we're using. That's what the code takes advantage of, is the Bluetooth and like standard Bluetooth printer protocols or something, or language. Did we not print one saying DF player, mini DF player? Let's put this back on auto. Mini DF player. Print label. Yeah, software can't talk to that ESP now. Ah, okay. That's strange. Mine just didn't power on after I fried it, I think. I don't know if I want to add an option to force text size. So when I make the labels on the drawers, they all use the same font size, or whether to keep them better like this, because these are most legible. But if they're all next to each other, is this going to trigger me? That they're all different font sizes? I don't know. But I'm really happy with this little program so far. What else have we got in here? So this is like the random box I've been chucking everything in. But I know what these are, because they're just like buttons for the Xbox controller. I was tempted to label all these bags, but I really can't be bothered. So I haven't got to look up the code to figure out what the value is for the capacitor. Everything else I think is okay, and we don't really need to label up. Oh, just dropping random stuff. I swear we had more random stuff lying around. And like these, I kind of know these. Wonder if you can ping the label printer to wake it up on Bluetooth. Probably can. I'm not too sure how. There might be some functionality in the command prompt thing we were using before. If I go here and I go to, I just type help as the argument, help. We get status, we can get the status, beep, enable and disable the printer beep, debug. Well, I'll show you what the options we've got available now. This is the old code, the original code we're using, so I know the printer can take these commands, and then we've just integrated that into the new UI. Window capture, okay. I'm looking for this here. So these are the options we currently have in the old original Pi print software thing. Okay, there's a density, I didn't realize that. Copies, config. So we can get the status. Set the printer timeout. So you could probably expose some of these options within the UI as checkboxes or buttons. I'd assume. But that's what we've got available. Or we did have available. I'm not too sure if any of these are integrated into the new one, because the AI adjusted the code and stuff, I think, a bit. But that's the base that we started with, which all run in the in command prompt. So it's all text based, whereas this one is like more my style, where I can just type stuff and print a label. What do we need labels for? I just want to label everything in existence now that we have this label maker finally working. We've only made like 3 labels. Okay, it's definitely spaced in the letters at print label. Just so we know who this guy is. Look, that got label printers working. Got your own little label and everything. Now you can label the keyboard. That's a good idea. Do you think this label maker needs a label? It does, okay, sweet. Just in case we forget what it is. Okay, so let's put a label maker on a label on the label printer. Sweet. Now we know what it is, guys. We won't forget. Like that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Label everything. Label printer. Okay, so this one's a label printer, guys. This one here, this is a duck. People want to ask stupid questions now. Oh, what's that you got on your desk? What do you think it is? Cute to try this, like I'm letting it out. Yeah, give it a go. FarmTech was winning 1.4 mil, I think, yesterday on roulette. Nice, put a label. Yeah, we've got a label on the label printer, so we know what it is, innit? What else do we actually need to label? We do need to go through all them pads, but I really don't know if I could be asked going through a whole bunch of controllers and stuff right now. Maybe we reassemble one of them. But that means moving stuff and clearing space. Alright, let me clear some space. Move this keyboard out of the way. And actually, 2 times 1.4 million, and you lost it all. How the hell did you lose it all? Wait, you're at 8 mil, damn. Was Falcon on 11? Jeez. 11 mil, that's ridiculous. This is a test label. Did you know that, guys? This one's a test label. If it wasn't apparent. Hot cows. This is a test label. So next year, Rodney will be a millionaire. Hopefully we will. Oh, that go. Nice, thank you for the like. Calm down, Deco. I get so excited. Bless his little ducky soul. Right, I guess we'll reassemble that pink controller. And then I'm gonna have some food, I think, because I'd be quite hungry. Let's grab all these bloody parts. Do we clean this desk first, actually? Yeah. Good thing about this label printer being small, even with the limited room I've got, on my desk because it takes up space vertically. I can literally just put it right there, like just boom, right there. I'll put another like monitor stand thing. This has got. That's why I haven't got much desk space, because this comes with like a monitor stand that for some reason is like half the width of the desk. Like nobody's monitor's that big. It's twice the depth it needs to be to fit any monitor stand on it. 1.2 mil Bailey, get you a house in the UK. I know, yeah. That's ridiculous, isn't it? State on this country these days. I'm gonna try and clean some of this crap up. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my days, we just drop in this. We don't want to drop this and have it unravel everywhere. We've got test labels everywhere, guys. Oh, I guess I did already print one for the DF Play Mini. We wonder now why we run out of labels, because we just print so many random labels. I guess we keep these in case we need them for anything. We took them out to the duck, I think. I gave my color printer to my niece to like space. I guess see mono laser now. Oh, damn. Sad times. So it's handy. I don't have any printers here, but they're handy to have. It's just, yeah, they do take up room, and ink costs are like ridiculous. Like such a scam, printer ink. I've cleaned up some of this mess, so we can clean up the rest of it and actually have a half decent workspace. I do have a brush and pan like this. Damn. This thing looks tatty. So we can like brush some of this crap up. Hopefully we don't lose any screws. Okay. 9 times the price of gold for OEM. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I think cartridges for the big printer that I use, they are like they're about 135 pounds, I think. I can't remember if it's excluding VAT or excluding VAT per cartridge, and it takes 7 of them. So it costs about £1,000 or more to refill a printer. They are big, I think they're like 70 centimetre. But yeah, still absolutely ridiculous. And then the print heads, because the print heads are not in the ink like on the small printers. They're quite expensive too. Alright, can we give this desk a quick wipe? Do we have some spray? Yeah, we do. Is there anything left in here? Can we get enough to actually get a spray on the desk? There you go. A little bit. Give this desk a bit of a wipe now. It's now a cleaning stream. Oh, I missed some bits for the carbon filter was. It's been a while since this has been cleaned. Like at least a week, maybe more. Since it's actually been slightly clear. It's not looking bad now. Yeah, the CIS, that's the like when you inject it directly, isn't it? Continuous ink system or something like that. Right. So we've got this. It's been so long I don't even know where half of the boards are for this, I'm going to be honest. I'll wait till these and both here. I think here's one. Here's the other. And this is the mid frame, I think. Excuse me. First time in a week, exactly. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it has been a couple of streams since we've actually like this, like chaos everywhere else. But yeah, it's been a while since we've given that a bit of a wipe. Need a microphone close. So, dab any dust that's collected on this thing. Oh, try not to catch on stupid things. Let's put that up there. Oh, that's where my carbon bright tool is I've been looking for. I'm saying I haven't seen that in a while. It was on the tray with these parts. Alright, we're going to miraculously find screws now. Yeah, big tubes and tanks outside. Printer. Yeah, but yep. Yeah, there's some large format printers there that have that. Or most large format printers. Okay, let's get this reassembled. What do I need to reassemble this? I guess I need to do the buttons and stuff first, because I always forget about that. Membrane. Need some buttons. Need all the buttons. Maybe all the buttons. So this is 3. Get this another one. Oh, Deco. Oh, nice. Thank you for the like. Deco, I appreciate the like. Okay, there's the sync button. There's the other one I was looking for. So, let's just pop these in here. Oh, what's that X? I wonder where this big one goes. You need to look at that one. And there's only one space left. What if I didn't drop the buttons, wouldn't it? What's that go? It's got 3 on it, so that goes into this one. Can we get it rotated? That's the question. There you go. This one. Sync button, which I always forget normally until I've put everything back together. And you have to strip it all back down. So that's all of that. We need the membrane. 6, 7, can you not count? No, apparently the bot can't count. But you know, it's a bot, what you expect. They're all retarded. Damn AI bubble. button is rotated the wrong way, I think. Or the thing is catching. Okay, there you go. Off to wash up. See you later, guys. No problem, Mookie. Thank you for stopping by. It's much appreciated. Oh, I forgot this button here. I think we can put this in here now. Am I doing something wrong? Yeah, I'm putting it completely the wrong way around. Okay. Let's get a screw. Let's find a screw. Just got bits stuck everywhere. So we need a small bit now, over here. Get this stupid leg off here. It's just stuck because of the magnets. Don't do that. I don't want to knock all the buttons out. Just get off, you stupid leg. There you go. Is this a hex bit? Yes, yes it is. Let's chuck that in here. In the little hole. And now everything hopefully won't fall out. Now we need to just rummage to find all the screws that we need, because we're not organized and they're just everywhere. We need 8 small screws. We have this 5, 6. So we need 2 more small screws. Found one here. Just yeeted it somewhere. There it is. Oh, I just dropped something on the floor. Hopefully that wasn't a screw. We have other screws replacements if it comes to it, but I'd rather not use them if I can find. What's these up here? What size are these? Is that a small? Yes it is. And apparently so is that one. Way too many external ones though here. Some of these are probably for the duck. Yes, some are Phillips. But who even knows? Oh, that's a small one. Small boy. Phillips. Phillips. Not Phillips. Small one. Phillips. We sorted all of them there? No, that's a Phillips too. I think that's all of them now. Oh, Decker. Yo, what's going on, Boring Break? How are you doing? So I did notice you saying hello sooner. I was counting screws. So it was a good sign when you've got way too many random screws laying around. And thank you for the like on the stream. We've labelled that Daco as well, just so people can identify him. Just so you guys know, he identifies as a duck. Because, you know, you never know these days. Can we get this last screw in? There you go. Is that 6, 3, 3? Yes, it is. So I guess we put the motors and the triggers back on. I think before I do that though, don't I need to put the sync bar and stuff on? I can never remember. No, I think I put these on first. Because otherwise I won't be able to get to the wires. So let's grab these. That's what we're going to get the small screws for. 2 screws for these. We haven't accounted for all of them, have we? Maybe. I think we might be 1 short still. If we're so 1 short. In that case. Okay. That's fine. Drop. These are meant to have like superior grip. Like everything's just slipping on my hand in them. I wouldn't say these are superior grip. I think the other ones have more grip. I think it's just slipping on my goddamn hands in these. Superior no grip. Jeez. Alright. Okay, it's just motors flopping. I'm just going to make sure I know which side this goes on. And I've got to make sure these little pins on here line up. Because I have bent some before. And it is not a fun time. Trying to get things to line up. If you bend them, the triggers just feel janky unless you get them like lined up properly. Oh, just push that back out. Get in. Okay. That's 1 done. No roulette for you today, Farm Tech? Notice you're on the slots today. Also, shall I remove that label printer UI from the screen? Because I guess we're not printing labels now. I guess you guys don't need to see that. I guess it's taking up half of the screen. Let me know in chat if you want me to take it off the screen. And I'll remove it. Okay, triggers are on. Now we need the sync bar cover and the sync bar, or the bumpers and the sync bar cover. Which order do these go in? I think this goes on first, isn't it? Yeah. So you line up over the little button, push down one side, push down the other side. That's on. Sync bar cover, lining over the back, over the USB. Just push down, push down. That's that on. And that's the mid-frame bumpers and sync bar reassembled. This is the board that we upgraded the sticks on. This is our last set of this particular Ginful TMR sticks. the newest versions apparently. No idea what version number. Maybe 2. I don't know. Just because it's got number 2 on here. But that's just a complete guess. Let's see what these. Didn't have brand new ones of these to replace. They're clean, but yeah, I just like stuff brand new. If I didn't have any pink ones, just blue. That would not look the best on this particular controller. Let's get this wire. Like out of all the trees I got, I just like only really ever use these ones, mainly because they can actually grip things. Yeah, this is just too finicky. Let's make sure the wires are out, because I have trap wires before and then screwed the board down, and it is annoying. So now let's connect the antennas. Just connecting these up. These are always fiddly with gloves on, I find. Without gloves I can do these little connectors much easier. Just because you can make like the micro adjustments easier without your gloves gripping the board. There you go. That's one on. And that's the other one on. And then we push these little cutouts here. Cut out in the board there and a cut in the board there. You make sure the ears are pressed into there. And then this little cutout in the board. So here and here you can push down as well if you want to. It's nice and flat and it won't get jammed up by the battery. Oh, we're going to need to do some soldering. Let's knock the iron on. Oh, I didn't clean up any of these solder pads on for the motors and stuff, but it's fine. They don't really need cleaning off and re-tinning. I normally do that just because I'm, oh god damn it, we don't have to put these on yet before we put the case on. I'm just OCD about this sometimes. You can literally just put a bit of flux on them and put the new resolder them. They'll be fine and they'll look good. They just look a bit crap right now because there was no solder when I took them off, no solder, no flux when I took them off. So it just means you get a dry joint where the solder's oxidizing and can't flow. Gonna need to get more flux as well. This one's worked really good, but I am tempted to try another type of flux as well. I'd prefer to try another flux while I still got some of this one, so I can compare them well. And if I don't like the flux, I'm not stuck using it, or I don't want to like completely run out. Because I do have, well, I say I don't have other fluxes. I do have like 2 other fluxes here. This one, which is decent enough, but it's like solid, like crystals and stuff in. Decent enough if you want to tin wires and stuff. And then we've got this one that I do not like. I can't remember how it performs, but I just remember it was annoying to clean. What? I got this and some, what's it called? Wick, from the same brand. The Wick was okay, it wasn't the worst. No Clean flex paste. But No Clean is, I think it's a lie, because I've never seen a No Clean that I'm aware of this, the amber colour from the rosin. Normally they use a different type of rosin. This is going to be rosin too, but it's gone through a chemical process. That's why it's light in colour. And you know that because I was looking at the ingredients and how they're made. And I can't get the ingredients to make this type. Not where I am anyway. I could make this type easy. Oh, that one is so sticky as well. Look at that crap all over my hands now. And our IP bottle is, oh, I think it's empty. Oh, we got a little mist of IPA there. So we can mess on this horrible sticky flux off our gloves. So draw fluxy hands. Not perfect, but I shouldn't be transferring random crap to this. I'm trying to solder it. We need 2 motors, big one and a small one. Let's grab some microfiber, just in case there's any dust on these, because we did give everything a thorough clean. It's been sitting there for about a week, so it might have accumulated some dust. Who knows? There you go. So we want the big end on the right hand side. Why do you not want to go in, or why are you being awkward? There you go. Beep beep. Okay, solder an iron. Beep beep T2. This should just pop. There you go. Pop straight in. Yeah, I want the wire there, and I want the wire there-ish. Both, that's about right. Let's do some soldering. I'm getting super hungry. I can't believe it's 9:10 already, guys. Oh, the sponge is rock hard. Okay, so it's grey, black, red, black. So black is out a second. I always have to remind myself how the wires actually go. I'd have actually held the wire down in place, wouldn't it? Can't seem to get the right angle I want on this wire to get it nice and snug to the board. Okay, yeah, that's good. I always want to make sure I get it pointed downwards. Damn, it's do some solder pretty fast. I need to retin the tip already. Can't even see what that wire is doing. I was pointing like vertically or something. We can't have you doing that wire. You make us look bad. There you go. So now we need to do the same on this side. Grab a black wire. I guess we'll swap it around. Okay, so this time we're going upside down. That's going to be confusing. I'm just going to put it this way around, just swap hands with the soldering iron. It's probably going to be easier. No problem using the soldering iron with either hand. It's exactly the same. Writing and stuff, though, or using a fork or a knife, I can't do it either hand. The soldering iron, I seem to have no issue being ambidextrous with. Oh, come on, you stupid wire. Do you want me to hold you with my hands? I think so. Sod the tweezers, I'm just going to use my hands for this. Seem to be able to get a better angle on them. That one I might retouch and hold it down. So I'm happy with it being a bit flatter. Hopefully this is in view of the camera. I haven't had a look a second because I've been concentrating. Sorry if Emily's typed anything. No, I'm not seeing anything typed. Okay, nice. I'm not ignoring you guys. Then that's good. So our wires are all solid in place where they need to be. Everything is out of the way, how it should be, of the triggers. Maybe I just direct. Oh, I'd have to lift that up to do that. No, that's fine. I don't know. Maybe I adjust it. Can we even get in there? If I bend that down there for a minute. I just adjust the angle on this. Oh, not at that. There you go. There you go. I'm more happy with that. Don't think that wire would ever manage to work his way up there, but it's pointed at a better angle now. So we can clean this up a little bit. Mom, what's for dinner? I don't know, I'm hungry. I definitely need somebody to cook me some dinner. Who wants to cook me some dinner? One of you nice fellows. Just doing a little bit of a clean up because we used some flux. It's been a while since I've done like soldering and repairs. Just only done ducks lately. Strange that this thing is not a duck toy. Oh, we need to remember to screw this board in. I always forget to screw this board in. It's not screwed in right now. I feel it moving around. Alright. Let's give this a once over now. Just to make sure. What is there? Oh, wires. Yeah, they're wires. I was like, trying to clean a wire thinking he was a flex mark. I see lights flashing. Okay, so I think everything's together apart from 2 screws in the board to hold the board down. So let's do that next. One screw here, another screw here, that should be it. Just double check them screws because there was a bit of play in that board then. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now we can put these on now. This thing hasn't been calibrated yet either. Let's get a front plate. Now we need to pick which back plate we want. Which back housing matches the most as well. I think that was a perfect match, I think. What is it? No, it's not. Let's try swapping them around and see which, if any of them match a bit better. Any others? Why can I not get the battery bloody compartment open? Jeez. I've never been able to not open this battery compartment. Jeez. There you go. Seems like they're harder to open when you haven't got a when it's not on the case. He says, oh, it's just these gloves. Struggle to get that battery thing off. It's really hard to tell which one I want to use. They're both in decent condition. I think it's fine. I think that's everything. We're not forgetting anything now, are we, guys? Oh, yeah, we are. Nobody reminded me. Can anybody think what we've forgotten to put into this? That I might have mentioned a couple of times. Luckily, it only involves removing 2 screws. Anybody got any ideas? One thing that we forgot to put in. Got to put a label inside it. Yeah, I've got to put a label inside of it saying this is a controller. Just pop this up carefully, please. Do not break the antenna cables. Let's actually put this in this time. Which way up does it go in? Contacts on the underside of this top board, are they not? Yes, they are. Okay. Okay, we've actually put the headphone port in this time. So now let's put these screws back in. Always forget something. At least we didn't forget the sync button this time. Normally it's about that same stage. I remember that I haven't put the sync button back in, and I've got to remove everything to put the sync button in. But surprisingly, I remembered this time. I'm making progress. We're almost competent. Oh, we do need to remove this though, because there's a screw that we're gonna need. Oh, that got 8 likes on the stream. Right, thank you very much. Let's look for the battery things there. Battery terminals, is that what they are? Now we need some screws and a different size bit. So we'll try with the largest one. Was that T9, I think? And we'll grab some screws and start screwing this then. Okay, so we have a screw in. I'll put on the bar down. Put some of these ones in. I guess they would be handy to open them electric screwdrivers. My hand does cramp up a bit sometimes. Screwing in lots of screws. Let's just get in your hands on a decent one. Plus, it involves spending money. Oh, that one is not going in properly. that one seems to not be going in. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I want to buy a bunch of other stuff as well. Don't really want to be buying an electric screwdriver, I guess. Much rather a new printer, like a label printer, but not the type we've been partying with. Also, did you guys want me to remove the UI from the screen? Because it's still up on the screen, the label printer. Oh, light on the stream. Oh, Farm Tech with the human Ducker dancing in a ball. Oh my god, Ducker's about to commit suicide, guys. Jeez, almost jumped off the edge. You guys are making Ducker suicidal, forcing to dance all the time. Yo, what's going on, Ace? How are you doing today? Nine likes. Nice, thank you guys. Bruh isn't plugged in right now though, sorry. Yeah, that guy. So I'm going to get any more power supply yet. I guess we want to get a label for this. Where are our labels? Oh, I think I see them. I'll be able to get perfect labels, I think, if I get that printer that I want to get. Like these, I'd say like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Let's say the original lot that we done, probably like maybe a 7.5 or an 8. These ones here. These are all my reference material, OEM ones. And then I'll do replicas. But the second lot that we done, more reference ones. Put a label on the bottom that says take another site up. Yeah. These are probably like 8, maybe a 9 out of 10. These ones, they look much closer. But if we compare them to the OEM, there is a slight difference in the tonality and the color. But we're able to get perfect ones, I think, if I get that ribbon printer that I want to get, the thermal direct. Is it direct? No, thermal transfer. Resin, wax, label, roll printer thing. Not my day for winning. So yeah, we'll put a new sticker onto here. So let's get some IPA. Make sure the area is clean before we stick down a sticker. Even though this should be clean, but just because it's been sitting around for a week, there might be a little bit of dust or something. Because this has all been ultrasonic. I'm going to put on a new label. New label time. These are slightly thicker than the OEM labels as well, because they've got a laminate as applied after the print, instead of the print applying like through the laminate via like thermal transfer or something like that. It was like a schematic, but like a sliced up view showing all the different like layers that the material is made up of when I was looking online. So yeah, there's our new sticker on there now. So that looks nice. Put them back. we can now print a label on our new label software. Our amazing, I say we made, we didn't make it, AI managed to make this. It allows us to use our label printer to print labels, because the OEM software doesn't work or anything for me on Windows or Android. So we managed to integrate a Python script that allows you to print from these into a UI that has a bunch of other features as well. The AI helped us modify and stuff. So what are we looking for? This is a tested. How would I do? Just bracket Y, maybe, because I don't think I can do like ticks or anything like that on this. I don't think it'll support Unicode. Let me just check if I can. Tick, copy, paste. I forgot what not language, but they're like AT something that this is written in. That we can paste this in. We can, okay, sweet. We can paste that in as supported. Not in the view though, so maybe I want. It's showing in the field but not the view. We'll see. TMR sticks gin full v2, I think. We still have to test this, so I'm saying tested, and we put a sticker on it. I haven't actually plugged this in and calibrated it, I guess. I might be getting ahead of myself. No cables in the way now, is there? Guess we do need to plug this thing in and test it before we consider it completed. At JFix. Oh, James is here. Yo, what's going on, James? How are you doing? We need. Do you see like the little software we managed to get? We have like all-in-one print software now, basically, thanks to ChatGPT. It's like the first time ChatGPT has ever like produced working code and not gaslight me for like 3 hours. Did you make that software? AI made it. It integrated the other Python script, because originally I had AI to make me like a more basic version of this, so I could output images from text, and then automatically rotate them 90 degrees for the printer. I like a pre-configured like size and auto scale the text and stuff like that. And yeah, we then integrated the other Python script into this, because I got fed up of having to use 2 separate like bits of software. And then added a few options on it basically. And if I click the print button, can you let it upload a picture? I'm not too sure. I don't think I've integrated like anything like that yet. I probably could integrate the option to upload images and stuff. At the moment I can just type here whatever I want basically, and it appears down there and automatically like sizes and scales it, and we can knock on the printer. Just in case you didn't know, this is a label printer. We labeled it just to be sure. We might have got a bit carried away with the label printer. It doesn't like symbols, the tick sign. Yes, I've noticed that. might be something to do with the library that we're using. I'm going to print it and see how it prints now anyway. Print label. Yeah, it did not print the tick. The font, maybe, if Arial doesn't support it, maybe. I don't think it's, I'm assuming what I pasted was Unicode. And I guess it doesn't support Unicode, it's like ATCI or whatever it is it? I'd have to integrate different fonts. I've only got 2 fonts in the code right now. I think it's some Unicode in Python. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super happy that we can like just type and make labels, and we added like the different options to do uppercase and title case, layout if we want over 1 line or 2 lines and stuff, and it like auto scales. But it's just amazing that I can just print labels now with a click of 1 button, which is what the software and stuff should have done anyway. This is probably better than the software it comes with because it's not full of random crap that we don't need. It's nice and streamlined. Type what you want, click print, label prints, basically. And the option just to turn stuff to title case and uppercase. The only problem is stuff like TMR. If I click title case, it would title case to TMR. And I'd have to go back and autocorrect that. There might be a way to code that, I'm not too sure. But I'm quite happy with the functionality we have so far. I'm just incredibly shocked that AI actually done something that worked. Where is our USB cable? Ooh, now that's a difficult one. Where is it? Can't seem to find the USB cable right now, unless I took it in the other room to charge the phone or try to do the screen capture thing. Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna have to find. I can't find my USB-C cable. It's because it's plugged into the computer in here. Okay, I've got it. Oh, almost knocked a drill over. I cannot speak at all today. Words be hard. Okay, let's plug this bad boy in. Well, that felt a bit weird when I plugged it in. Okay, there you go. I didn't plug it in properly, that's why. Okay, so if I got here, disable the display capture, and I try to capture a window. Okay, before I capture a window, I should probably set up the window I need to capture. I'm looking for controller tester, hardware tester, and mouse. Oh, it's already popped up on its own. Okay, nice. Connect your gamepad. Damn, they're pretty much centered already. I'll see this one's slightly off, but like this isn't any calibration yet. Working. Everything seems to work. Does it vibrate? What do you guys think? Does it vibrate? I think the answer is yes. I'd stop. Circularity. High error, but the sticks are looking good in terms of where the red and the blue parts are, especially pre-calibrated. I think it's going to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, access as full reach in every direction. You can use PyInstaller to make the project into a normal exe file. You don't need Python. So yeah, AI did tell me, it was like, I can also make this into an exe for you. But at the time I was like, nah bro, I'm good. like it works. I double click the icon and it opens, because obviously I've got everything already installed. But that is, you know, it is a good idea, and I am considering it. I didn't realize the benefit of it. I didn't need the additional stuff installed, but I kind of knew it worked because I had some stuff already pre-installed though. If I didn't put too much thought into it, if that makes sense. Good to distribute to people. Others will want that program. Okay, yeah, definitely I can do that. Because in the program, maybe we can expose the COM port as well, in case people are using different COM ports, and that can just be put into the UI. Because I told the AI like what command we were using, and it was like, okay, we're using these arguments, and apparently rather than make a GitHub, I can do. Yeah, rather than, if I go back to the AI here, it's the first one. Because the original code done something like you expected a file basically. Here, basically, important adjustment. Your printer script, and that's the Py script thing that we use, expects load image file, and it says, but now we don't have a file because we're not writing to a file, because I didn't want to just be saving hundreds of bloody random JPEGs or PNGs to my computer constantly just to print labels. It says we have a PIL image, which apparently is like pillow something library, is it, or something like that? Somebody said this is like a Python library of some kind. It uses a lot of the PIL stuff to do all of this. So we modify a load image slightly to accept an image object, basically. You can see it went through quite a bit of trying to get it sorted. Just different iterations and stuff. Thank God I didn't have to code all of this. But it is saying we could use some, I don't know. I did ask for suggestions for any things, but we can obviously add other functionality into it. Pillow, yeah, that's it, pillow. But yeah, if you guys remind me, I can put this on like a GitHub. Like the code as well as like an exe or something. It was ChatGPT, which I was really surprised, because normally ChatGPT is like absolute ass. Like I've tried using ChatGPT for years since it came out, especially when I was trying to like make games for Fortnite and do burst coding, and it would just constantly gaslight me and throw me like errors, and I'd feed it the error, and then it'd remove random stuff from the code and not even fix the error and just gaslight me again, just stupid stuff like that. But yeah, it managed to make, like, before I even give it the Python print code, it managed to make me a little UI thing that's similar to what we're using. Like I could put text in and then save it as a image, because that's what I asked it to do first. It only later occurred to me, why am I exporting to the image and then using the image in a separate Python program when they're both Python? Surely they could just be one script. And I had the AI then to just like, I showed you the Python script, the print one, told you what argument we're using, said the original code that we just made with the UI, instead of exporting to an image, can we just integrate all of this just to print directly? And it managed to do that as well. And, like, it worked perfectly. It had to know what COM we're using. I told it that when I told it like how we were printing. I said, oh, you know, we use this argument, use this, you know, the Py references, like, you know, the Python script, and then the arguments after it. And then what was the other thing we were using on it? Telling you which COM port and stuff to use. So that's just hardwired down to the code, but it could be just exposed as a little like type, little text field probably in the UI if people are using something that's not COM5, because mine is set to COM5. Yeah, I use GPT codecs, and that's pretty good. I use conversation with GPT. Okay, nice. Yeah, it did when I was pausing over this recommend me that codex thing, but I was just like, nah, bro, I'm good. Get off my screen for now. Like, this is working fine as it is. I've used Claude in the past as well, because Claude used to be better than ChatGPT at coding, and I had that integrated into VS at 1.2. Let's open the Xbox accessories app. Nice, that's automatically. Probably going to need to update this controller. Do we need to upgrade it? Yes, we need to update it. Okay. So we will update this one. And the shame is, I'm probably not even going to sell this one. I'm probably going to give this one to my little sister, even though I don't know how much she'll use it, and she definitely won't appreciate it or be grateful or look after it. But you know, family. When she's older, maybe she used to be like quite nice, but I don't know. I know if it's like stuff she's watching on the internet or people she's bothering with, she's not as friendly and appreciative anymore. But I was still tempted to give it to her. She doesn't play on like the console much, but she does play like handheld. I think like the Switch and on like Amazon Fire tablet, and I know you can definitely sync this to an Amazon Fire tablet because I've done it before. Because you're trying to play Fortnite on there on like whatever the Amazon cloud thing is. Playing with my little brother on there, she was. So I don't know, I just thought it'd be nice for her to have her own controller, and it's not going to suffer from stick drift. But if she'd rage or drop it or throw away and stuff like that, probably. I would be gutted. Because I could probably sell this for maybe, do you guys reckon, like people would actually buy one of the, not custom, but the non-default colours with upgraded TMR sticks for £40, just like fully refurbished. I don't know if that's expecting too much. Maybe if I done it 40 with free shipping, so I'd include the post and package. I still don't know if that's expecting too much, to be honest. I'll be back in like 1 minute now, guys. Okay, I'm back. Apparently I've lost a glove in the last 2 seconds. How the hell do I lose a glove? Good thing we got plenty of them, and we're going to be buying another box soon to test. Thicker ones. So, get a new glove. Oh nice, it's updated. Sweet. I'm so hungry right now. Unbelievably hungry. Every night I say I'm going to get a ghost look early as well. It never seems to happen. Recalibrate left stick. Okay. Let's put this mic back on. So it's showing it being off-centered, but we will begin. Circularity does feel nice on these sticks, though. That's the one thing. It feels nice in the older versions, but it feels even smoother on these versions. Calibrate, begin. Nice. Nice, let's test this out now in here. Oh, we're getting a slight little jitter, are we? No, it's stopped now after that, okay. Oh, we're getting a higher error on the one than the other. That should be completely fine though. Between about 6 and 8% is perfect. Could give them another calibration, I guess. The controller feels nice. I think it's like really nice and snappy with it. Okay, test circularity. Wait, okay. 8.7 is going up now. It's still fine, but I'm not happy with it. Sorry, calibrate this right one again. Apparently now this one's reading a 7.3, even though we haven't adjusted that one. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that though. Even though that one does look like it needs fine tweaking a bit. Right one actually looks better, to be honest. But yeah, that's fine. I can consider that good and completed. I guess we can use this little box as a little tick box with our marker. Our marker doesn't want to seem to write to this very well though. I'm going to blow it to make sure the marker's dry before I try sticking this label on. Because I feel like the way it wrote on there might smudge. Do we think that's not going to smudge now? No, but it will wipe straight off a permanent marker. Damn. But this has been tested, so we can now label this up. Our first fully tested and labeled controller. The others haven't got labels on. Test them after doing it, but I forget which ones I've tested and which ones I haven't. It's just nice to have a label to confirm that to me. It's not perfectly straight, that's annoying. It's kind of cool though, I can put labels on stuff now and they look pretty OEM. Just because of the material they're printed on. Tested TMR sticks, Gen 4V version 2. I think they are. That's what I'm gonna know them as. Let's make sure there's not dust on this. That is a nice completed tested controller. There's one tiny scuff on the plastic there. Apart from that, I say it's in perfect condition. It's a shame that these are not like slightly brighter. Some sticks, they do look like they might have discoloured slightly, but they're not overly worn or really worn or anything, so that's decent enough. But I'm just used to brand new ones. On a slight little mark next to the Y button. There, and one closer there. Maybe a little shiny thing on the trigger, but very minor imperfections. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Upgraded sticks and everything that can go into the box with the others. Let's put the label printer up out of the way. Still can't believe that we've got a working label printer now. It only took all that effort and 2 bits of custom software to get it working. Let me grab the other box. Hopefully we'll drop and everything. Damn, this box is getting heavy now. Who knew Xbox controllers could weigh so much? There might be a couple in here. I think there's like 6 in here. Yeah, I think there's 6 of them in here. No, 7. 3 layers deep of controllers. But I will need to go through and confirm every single one of these and put a label on them, so I can be sure. Not all of them have the version 2 sticks either. I think they're all Ginfuls though, I think in here. I can't quite remember. I don't think it's in the K-Silvers in here. I think I have K-Silvers in the other room. They'll also need testing and labeling. They've all been repaired, but I just want to be 100% sure and also make sure none of these headphone ports are different. Make sure none of the headphone ports, there we go, are from any of them. Geez, Deco went awfully overexposed then. Like, get out to the sun, Deco. I don't know if you've got auto exposure maybe on the camera. It's just freaking out. That would be a very likely scenario. But the LED tape. Okay, was with you, Deco. Oh, it's you, okay. How many points do you have right now? Oh my god, you labelled Deco. Yeah, we labelled Deco, so we know, what he is. You know, people need to know what he identifies as, so they don't misgender him. He identifies as Deco. That was the 10 million dance. Did you just hit 10 million? Let's have a look. Oh, damn. 10 million. Jeez. Yeah. I obviously didn't think this whole point system through when I set the max bet limit and like the multipliers and stuff. People have way too many points. I think it needs to be much harder to be able to win, but oh well, we can just increase the prices of other stuff, I guess. But then I don't want it to be too difficult for any new people who come into the stream to be able to like afford some of the stuff, especially once we get power going to the other deck, because we can upload like 9,999 meme sounds to it. So technically we could have that many commands. And each one will have a price. Also, we can get entrances and stuff like that people can use, or use a specific sounds and commands. I still haven't gone to renewing the Lumia Stream subscription yet though. Oh, I should put this, because we've labelled things now. We know that this is, I guess it's these. I would never guess by my label, because my label is not big. I put too much text onto it. Maybe I didn't need to write that it was a dollar tech brand and it was 5 pieces. Yeah, definitely didn't need to write that it was 5 pieces on there. Could have made the text bigger than. That's what I get for copy and pasting Amazon descriptions. That's why I label it, because I'm lazy. I am happy 10 mil will do for now. Yeah, 10 mil will definitely do. I'm pretty sure that's more than adequate. You'll have plenty of ducko dances and meme sounds out of there. I need to figure out why this, for example, if I type in brother, because not laugh, let's do laugh. The audio doesn't seem to come through on the stream end. It'll come through on my TV that I'm watching the stream on right now, like OBS. But apparently it doesn't come through the stream, so I don't know if I need to add an audio source or something. I need a label machine now. Watching with that, I don't know how I have got through life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've wanted a label machine for ages, and I've always considered getting one of them like Brother ones, or one of them Dynamo ones, or stuff like that. Ones with the keypads on and everything like that. But I don't know, as I've got moved on and stuff, I'm like, I don't know, I prefer typing on a computer and being able to paste stuff. And then I seen this one on Amazon, and it was like the cheapest one when I was looking for label printers. So I was like, yeah, we'll give it a go. Not the most economical of price per label, even if you buy the copy stuff. Still a couple of pence, good pence per label. But definitely now we've got this little thing, the UI that we made. I'd recommend to anybody to pick one of these up, because you're going to guaranteed to be able to get it to work with this little program. You don't have to use the stupid app or anything like that, because the app is sus. You can create an account, or you can sign in with, it was like, I don't know, I can't remember, it was some really sus accounts. Like you could sign in with the Apple account and some other stuff. It wasn't like Google, Microsoft, or any of the normal things. It was just like sus stuff that like they're trying to hack you kind of thing. So I'd rather not be using that app either, to be honest. And this is just open source, I guess. If anybody wants the code, I'll post it. It was made by AI and some other guy. We integrated the code to do the Python stuff. I don't know how much of that is in the code. I think that's open source as well. This one is just a Nelko P21. Like, it's not the world's best print quality, but for just like labeling stuff like this, so I remember what they are, it's perfect, basically, for the price. Oh, they are pretty cheap on Amazon. Yeah, they're ridiculously cheap. The only thing I read though is that I think our print quality is being downgraded anyway by the printer, because we're not using the official app. I think there's some kind of like information that expects to be sent, because when you press this button here on the front, it prints a test label, and this one prints, to me, it looks much sharper and cleaner quality than anything we've been outputting. Even with a bunch of tweaks in the software they made to try to like make sure this is sharp as possible. Because I know that the labels they use, they've got a sticker. Apparently that sticker's got an RFID tag, because people in the Amazon reviews or comments were saying about it, and they basically said, just take the sticker off and put it on the copy labels you buy and they'll print fine. But there are some which are highly rated on Amazon copy labels for this. I noticed they've got a little sticker on the sides. I don't know if they've just copied the RFID information and put their own little RFID stickers on there. I don't know, because I've never bought or tested them to compare them. But I don't know, either way it's good enough to label things up. It's only a 203 DPI printer anyway. It's not a 300 DPI printer. But yeah, it's perfect for labeling all my drawers. You know, if something's been tested, if it's fixed, you know, faults. You wouldn't be able to list too many faults on a label of this size. Labeling random components, boards, you know, modules and stuff like that. It's going to be perfect for mini DF player. Because I remember what it is now, but will I have any idea what the hell this little board is in a year's time? And the answer is no. I probably won't even know what mini DF layer means if I read it, but at least I can Google that and go, okay, that's what it is. Oh wait, I remember now. So yeah, labels are super handy. I've needed to get them organized for ages. Hopefully this is the first step in doing that. The other label printer we're going to get is not really going to be useful for that kind of stuff, because I want to make compliance labels. That's my problem. I have a load of modules for Arduino, but I forget what they all are. Yeah, exactly. We've got other modules, like random ones lying around here as well somewhere. I can't even remember what half of them are. Like I need to find half of them, like this one. And I think this is a BMS. I'm going to have to find where all the rest of them are. But basically, yeah, I've got to go back, figure out what they are, either from like looking at the chips on them and Googling it, and seeing if a board like this comes up on Amazon or something, and then it looks the same, like, yeah, I just got to go back and look at my Amazon purchases, eBay, AliExpress, etc. And label them up. And like, we got like a little back converter here. Like, never know off the top of my head which one this is. I guess it does say some information in the back. But yeah, it's just super handy just to have a label for these things. And you can pick up like a baggie of 100 small baggies if you don't have bags to store them in from Amazon for like just a couple of pounds. I bought 3 different sizes the other day for storing like labels and stuff and stickers in, and like screws and components. That's my problem. I have the same problem with the parts. By the time I get it, I've forgotten what it was for. Yep, exactly. I'm glad I'm not the only one who forgets absolutely everything. I literally find stuff sometimes in the other room or the spare room, and I look at them and I'm like, I literally don't even remember buying this. I've never seen this in my life. What is this? And I've got random stuff. Like, I got, for example, something I found, it was a couple of months ago now. It looks like a silicone, like a gun you'd use for, I guess people call it a silicone gun, and like a cartridge gun basically, for cartridge adhesives and stuff. But it's for biscuits, basically, for, it's been such a while, I guess it's like a whipped or piped biscuits, that's what they're called, yeah. And you can have different attachments to pump out biscuits, and they're different shapes, basically. But I remember buying the original one, and I think something broke on it, or I lost some part or something. Do not remember ordering the second one I've got, which is much higher quality, and it's all metal and everything. I came across it, and I was like, never seen this before. It is still in the box. I must have ordered it and just like never used it. Yeah, I'm old, I forget everything. What was he talking about? Yeah, exactly, I forget what we're talking about mid-sentence all the time. So yeah, I'm glad we're all forgetful. We can all be forgetful and all together. Makes me feel better. Why does this drawer not want to stay shut? There you go. So yeah, I think another successful stream. So I was happy when we get things like working. Most of the streams, like the deco streams, take many parts. But it's fun and it makes the content. But it's just nice when you have a nice stream and everything you want to achieve actually works. What's your next conversion? I'm not too sure, to be honest, what the next project I want to do is. I think Farm Tech did have the idea of cooking up like a stream controller for changing scenes and stuff. I don't have any other major ideas in mind at the moment. I considering maybe trying to revisit the headphone project. I know I got one or two projects in mind I want to do off stream, because I want to try and record some videos and see if I can have like at least some videos uploaded to the channel that are edited and stuff. Stream Deck, looking forward to building one of those. Yeah. I have been looking at like resin printers as well, like the 3D printers. But then I can't really afford to be buying 3D printer, because I probably want to get two types. Probably want to get a filament one as well as a resin one, and I also want to get that like direct thermal transfer resin ribbon printer thing that I was on about for printing like void stickers and compliance stickers and all those types of things. And then I have to buy like the media and the ribbons and all that stupid stuff. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I just randomly come up with some ideas sometimes, so I'll just be like watching like YouTube or browsing through like Amazon or AliExpress, and I'll see something and think, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I could do this to that, or change that, or if this could do this instead. But normally I always have them kind of ideas, but normally I don't have the capability, because I haven't been streaming and had like geniuses in the chat who were able to like help me. Normally I try to do something, I'll try for a couple of hours, and if it doesn't work and I hit a brick wall too many times, I'm just like, yeah, I'm done, and I just move on, sadly. But we've actually been able to like plow through that basically with the help of chat and actually get results. Takes a bit of trial and error still, but yeah, putting everybody's brains together, we seem to be able to solve like any problem that we've encountered so far. So it seems like the possibilities are like, you know, endless basically, of what we can build and create and repair with the community. Oh mate, I had a bamboo PS1, I loved it, but after first week I was looking, wondering what can I make, so I gave up. So I sold it last year, hardly used. Oh damn, yeah, that's the biggest problem, isn't it? Like, you really want to get the equipment, and then you're like, what can I actually use it for, and stuff like that. Like, it wouldn't be used day in, day out. That's the problem. If I did get printers, they would just be used now and again for projects we do on stream. It would just allow us to like maybe build an entirely custom case for a deck, or don't know, maybe give him like pirate arm instead of regular arms, or I don't know, just any random ideas the chat comes up with. And also print in like cases for custom ESP stuff if we've decided to make, like for example that Stream Deck, just random other little devices and stuff you can make with ESPs. Nice bit to print cases and stuff for them. And also for like the resin printer, you can print some cool, so you build like printing Game Boy cases and stuff like that. So you could potentially use them for restoration of like certain things, especially if something's maybe like a special edition or really rare, and you're able to like replicate parts for it. I got a Bamboo Lab A1 Mini, I love it. Just fix the TV bench by printing out the FUD for it. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing that I'm saying. This is super handy to have one, but it's just like, how long, like, how often would I use it, kind of thing. Plus, I'd probably go for the whatever the most expensive bamboo one is. No, I don't think it's the most expensive one. It's the one that's about like 500-600. It comes with the, is it called AMS something or other? It's the one that can take, it's got the attachment. It's got like the filament dryer, warmer attachment or whatever it is. And like you can have like multiple colors, like the 5 spools. And it's the enclosed, it's got the enclosure and everything. Just because I know you can print like multiple materials on there, you can go about issues with your filament, color changing, and you can print whatever filament it is requires a higher temperature because it's enclosed. It can maintain that temperature better, which apparently means you get better results. But it costs way more money. I think it might be the P series. I'm not too sure off the top of my head. I remember it was like maybe £500-600 or something like that maybe, which is a bit much. I was going to get it for myself at Christmas time, but I ended up buying this microscope instead. The Tom Love one. It's the 3K one, not the 4K one, because it was slightly cheaper. And I managed to get, like, I think it was 10% off using Jorita's Techs, like a discount code or something at the time, via an affiliate link. So yeah, it was a decent buy. And I didn't have to spend, like, as much as I would have for the 3D printer. But I really do want a 3D printer. I've wanted one for ages, but I want so many machines. I want a full-size CNC machine, like a 10x5 or minimum 8x4. I'd like a CNC mill as well. An arrangement of different like printers. Just like I'd like a table saw, just loads of woodworking tools. Yeah, I want like stupid amounts. Like you're talking like hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of equipment. But yeah, I can't afford that sadly. So we'll just stick with our random cheap printers and AliExpress stuff for now. But maybe for the channel we can afford some crazy equipment and start making some crazier stuff. I want to see the A1s. I think it might be handle things a lot better than you think. Hugh Castle would say that too. Maybe. I'd have to have a look. Let me have a look which one it was. If I just type in like Bamboo Labs 3D printer and just go to like their website, Bamboo Labs UK. Yeah, it was the, I think it might be in the P1S I was looking at the time, I'm not too sure. Or was it the P2S? It might have been the P2S. Oh, no, I don't think it was the H2C, because that's way more expensive than what I was looking at. I don't think it's the X2D. Yeah, I think it was the P2S I was looking at. The P2S combo. Oh. Damn, yeah, that was it. I forgot that with the combo, it's like almost 700. Yeah, that's way too much. I could not justify spending that. But yeah, the Bamboo Lab P2S is the one I was looking at. I swear they discounted it by like about £200 cheaper, closer to like Christmas time and stuff though, when it's on like sales. But yeah, that's the one I was looking at and considering getting. But then I seen like resin printing as printers, and I was like, ooh, they're cool. The finish on them is really nice. You can almost basically not see the lines. They almost look really good. I've seen people, what's it called? Plating, like metal plating, you know, like nickel plating, copper plating, etc. 3D prints as well. A little bit of prep work to flatten them. Prime them with conductive spray. But yeah, some pretty cool stuff you can do with 3D printing. But that's probably out of our range at the moment because we want to get a hot air station and a bench power supply. And that like printer for printing those like labels I was on about. So yeah, and projects, whatever the next projects are. Just cost. So yeah, I definitely need to start uploading some videos on this channel, like nice edited ones as well. So hopefully that will grow the channel, and eventually we'll be able to get monetized on the channel. I very much doubt we'll make much because of the amount of views, but every little will help and add up. You know, we'll be able to put ads on videos and on the stream and stuff, and we might get a couple of pound here and there. And that'll cover the cost of, you know, a couple of modules and random stuff. If we continue doing ESP projects. But to do that, I need to put in more work and start getting some videos recorded and edited. Because I think that's going to help the most. I need to maybe do some shorts and stuff as well. I'm thinking of upgrading my PSU to 60 volts, 30 amps instead of 60 volts, 6. Instead of 60 volts, 6 amps. Damn, 30 amps is a lot. What are you doing that you need 30 amps? Is that literally just you can put 30 amps to stuff that doesn't need 30 amps? Just like, how much current can we get this thing to draw till it goes boom? Can't blow up enough stuff with 6 amps. I got an ESP32 S3 sat in front of me. I need a project for that. Project I was looking at, especially if you have a 3D printer, I don't know if you need one, is you can make an ESP32 drone, a mini drone with an ESP32. That's a pretty cool thing. There's a bunch of videos and stuff on YouTube of that. Like a bunch of people have done it. But most of the time, I find the best way to come up with with a project is just find a problem and then try to come up with a solution for it. I can't remember how I came up with the ideas for that color, to be honest, because I guess that's not really a problem. I think we started with the LEDs, and we were like, wow, we can control LEDs via chat and stuff, so that's super cool. And I was like, what if we could control an object? And I thought, something interactive. I think that was probably my thought process, but who knows, I forget everything. Right now, the 6030, I don't know, just want to. Web radio. Yeah, you could do a web radio. Deco is genius. Deco is genius, he's the best. Even once we get Space Deco, who's like got way more features. He's probably got more features, this new Deco, than an iPhone. But I still think Deco now. I still think this Deco is number 1 Deco. Just because he's OG. But I want to try and find some clothing still for this Deco as well. We've got him a label so far. It doesn't really count as clothing, but it's just one step closer to getting him some clothes. Little hat and jumper maybe. I was thinking something along the lines. I have the amp module and stuff here. That's perfect. Then definitely make something audio. If you've got like a little speaker, if you have a 3D printer or something, or even if you have like a little CNC, you could CNC some acrylic case or something. You could make yourself like a little radio. Or you could make yourself a little, like your own smart speaker or something. Do you have any like smart control devices in your house? If you do, a voice controlled smart speaker would be a good addition. If you do any smart stuff, because using the purchased ones, because obviously they don't run or host locally because they've got like no power at all. You know, and they do a lot of features, like you can Google and ask it stuff and all of that stuff. So obviously that's done on cloud, which slows it down because it's not running locally. So you like turn off lights and wait 5 seconds for it to ping over to a bloody server and come back. But if you do that on a local network, where you're hosting it all locally, like it's instant basically. It's almost as fast. It's just pressing the button physically. It's almost not perceivable, the difference. The car radio is the best. Okay, I've not heard of that. Yeah, I might look at maybe doing that at one point though. Maybe making a smart speaker, but I would need housing and stuff for it then. That's the only issue. Because I do have a bunch of smart stuff. I don't have them running or plugged in anymore, but I had like a whole bunch of stuff. That's why I started getting into ESPs, just because they were the easiest things I found to like automate like loads of stuff, mainly like lights everywhere. I've got small light bulbs which run separately in every room, but I've got like under cabinet lighting, backlighting on furniture, even though I don't have the furniture in the room anymore. That one they're in the spare room, because I had flooring put down, so I had to move all my furniture, and I couldn't be bothered to move halfway back because I don't use it. So I'm just like, you can just stay in there. Problem solved. Don't have to carry things back and move things, and I have more space. Win-win. The joys of being a man, and like just being satisfied with things and not needing like, oh, I need like 20 cabinets of these and these million wardrobes. No, that's good. I'm fine. It just means I've got less space, less room for activities. Right, I do need to get some food though and some sleep. So I'm gonna have a little think. If anybody does come up with any more project ideas they'd like to see, let me know, because I'm always open to more ideas and things to do. I enjoy doing them, as well as the learning aspect of it as well. You can never not know too much. Is that the correct term? Maybe. Learning is good. That's what I'm trying to say. Learning be good. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for now, so I can get some food and some rest, because my plan was to stream for maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But it doesn't surprise me I've gone over that, because my timekeeping skills are absolutely atrocious. But at least it's not a 6-hour stream. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you, everybody who's popped by this evening. It's much appreciated. I did not see his chat was updating. G made the card update. Okay. Yeah, take it easy. The Boring Brit, Farm Tech, Castle. Am I missing anybody else? Hawk Cow, Sloth. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody else who's lurking. Rusty, yo, what's going on, Rusty? You lurking there? Rusty is the best. I don't know if you've been lurking this entire time or if you've just showed up. If you've just showed up, I'm sorry. This is a bad timing. But yeah, thank you very much for everybody who's watching. I am crazy tired, crazy hungry, so I'm gonna get some food and sleep, and I will see you guys next stream. Take it easy. Thank you very much, and good night. Bye bye, guys.